Hey dumplings, it's Dave Decide. Today I want to talk about some cute things, but of course cute things in K-pop also have haters as well. So I'm going to talk about Jimin's park dates and also Jimin talking about men kissing. So hater or not, make sure you subscribe with the notification bell on, grab your dumpling, two spilling mug merch, and let's get into it. So with the recent rise of BTS dating rumors, there has been other clips and other moments of old BTS moments that are either kind of sus or romantic or just weird that are being recirculated. If you aren't aware, BTS has had many reality shows in the past. Kind of their start into K-pop was to do a lot of TV appearances and shows. Their label wasn't huge at their start, so a lot of what they had to do was appear on reality TV episodes to get their name out there. Such shows like American Hustle Life or some Korean shows where they had to help visit elderly homes to document those people's lives. And nowadays they have their reality show where you see them travel and play games, which I do react to on my Patreon if you're interested in seeing those, a link down below. Of course, it's always interesting when you go back to older reality shows and older moments and see things that didn't age well. For example, I remember back in middle school and high school, to even think this is something that happened is so insane to me now. So many people in my school were using the N-word so openly, no matter the race. And if you're someone older, you might remember this era of the world. While we look at it now as unacceptable, the reason it went on at all and people openly said it is because during that time it was apparently socially allowed. So many things, including using the word gay to say something is bad, people don't use this as much now, but again, was definitely considered acceptable back then. A lot of this also comes from this idea that gay marriage wasn't legal anywhere, and as kids in certain more conservative places, being gay was taught to be a big no-no and something to be ashamed of. During a reality show, it was claimed that there was a moment where J-Hope came out of a trailer and approached Jimin. J-Hope ended up going really close and personal to Jimin's face. Jimin allegedly said that guys don't kiss. Now, there's several things that could occur. Translation error or fake subs, I don't know. But always keep that in mind with any videos or clips of BTS, that is a possibility. But anyway, assuming that the subs are somewhat correct, the phrase implied to people that Jimin doesn't like gay people. You have to consider the time period where this was seen as taboo. And Koreans were often raised to believe that if you were gay, things like conversion therapy is what you need. There's haters using this against him, saying that he is anti-LGBT, but don't take into account that if you probably look into these haters' lives, you'd probably see anti-gay moments in their past. It's weird to bring up an old moment with no context to what the culture was at the time and bring it into 2022 context and say that this is offensive. Jimin obviously doesn't believe this now and has repped gay people on stage and support LGBT people now. He doesn't have to publicly issue an apology for this issue and specifically apologize for this. He just needs to show how his actions have changed since that moment. You also have to take into consideration that there are not PG moments on set that may or may not be caught on camera. This is just normal because there's always one homophobic staff member or boomer that is just not PG on set. But these moments are cut out of the bloopers or cut out of the official video because they know it's offensive and they can't keep those comments in the video. The fact that this moment with Jimin was not cut out shows that at the time this was not something that was offensive and was something that the majority of people in Korea at the time were okay with and may even agree with it. If you were watching this when you were younger, maybe you would have agreed to it too. Gay marriage wasn't legal. People on TV were saying that gay people were bad. You're still a young child who is more susceptible to believe the world around you. Why wouldn't you think gay people were bad too? But people change, ideologies change, and Jimin is an LGBT icon for the gay community, whether he is actually LGBT or not. Jimin has definitely changed and has been a lot more open about being very touchy and all that. The members of BTS have very much previously kissed each other, so if any of them still go by this ideology that men don't kiss, then they would have stoned the other members, including Jungkook and Taeyang, who have kissed before. J-Hope kisses all the members all the time as well. So I highly doubt Jimin would even be friends with other members if he currently has this mindset of hating men kissing. Also, since then, Jimin has allegedly been on male dates doing romantic stuff. Newsflash, the romantic stuff was with me. It was confirmed by Dispatch. It's true, we are dating with 5 kids. Joking aside, I was also seeing funny date moments with Jimin. People like to take moments where they talk about Jimin hanging out and having fun and often like to call them dates and stuff. One particular moment was a moment with RM and Jimin, and people often ship these two together to say that they're together. RM is known to be a father. People really think that he has a child, and so people were making this joke that Jimin was dating a father. Whether Jimin is dating a father or not, it's always fun to see the two hanging out and enjoying their lives. lives. RM is someone who has talked about loving to ride his bicycle. If you kept up for a while, you'll know that the members love to go outdoors and do things by themselves. RM in the reality show In the Soup even went on a hike with J-Hope and they had a picnic together. I don't think they rode a bike, I think they drove, if I remember correctly, but it shows that they like being outdoors and like being on a trail. Sometimes this is where RM feels the most at home. Other times we hear about how RM enjoys riding his bike by himself and it helps clear his mind. And even has a song called Bicycle with some of that meaning in the song. But during, I believe it was maybe Run BTS, I could be wrong, but RM was asked who he prefers riding his bike with, and his answer was Jimin. I always hate these questions where members have to pick who they prefer to do a specific thing with, only because I know how this feels. Being the one person in the friend group that no one chooses or says that they love to do things with. And then I'd just be sad that my friend group chose another member instead of me. Mind you, I like doing everything. There isn't an activity that I wouldn't mind doing. Anyway, but everyone seems happy and Jimin was definitely happy. There were definitely pictures and footage of RM and Jimin riding their bike together down the Han River Park. And it wasn't in broad daylight, but at night, which makes me wonder if this was a fan photo or if it was taken by a paparazzi. People think that the date, it was very cute, and they love seeing that the two interact with each other, and the two did take their ride by the river, but they also did post on social media for others to see, so there were cute videos of them riding together. There were photos of selfies together. They really wanted to share this moment together, but there were definitely some negative opinions online talking about how they wouldn't support the members if the members were dating each other or anything like that. I mean, Jimin gets dragged for everything, whether he is dating or not. It's funny because if he was allegedly dating someone and that someone was not any of the BTS members, then he would get dragged too for ruining BTS's comeback or for causing a scandal. I don't even know. Now, a lot of older dating theories and fun moments like this started to get some more attention as the new V dating Jennie rumors are still at its height and people are still debating over it. It was interesting to see some of the other BTS members get pulled into this and their rumors start to resurface, but nothing major. So what do you think about this? Do you believe that Jimin and RM like to go on dates together? And what do you think about the situation of Jimin being judged for who he chooses to hang out with? And are you upset at older things that the members may or may not have said? And do you believe that we should not hold on to what someone has said or done in the past against them now? I think every year we should be able to deduct a year from their past. Like if something was said 10 years ago, we shouldn't count that. I don't think that would be fair for anyone. The important thing in my mind is that BTS now has accepted and acknowledged that there are things that they not only can and cannot say, but some mindsets they don't support anymore. If Jimin enjoys going on dates with RM and RM has openly talked at UNICEF and the UN about acceptance of all genders, creeds, and lifestyles, then that means there is no room in their mind or in any of their current beliefs of any sort of discrimination of any groups of people. I often hope what I say reaches the right people and changes their mind, but it never really does, because even speaking nicely to some of these people results in them being so defensive and angry, and they accuse me of being argumentative. And it's not like having a conversation and exchanging ideas, but these haters are not open to changing their ideas or changing their thought process. So perhaps when I say things, I am simply speaking to the choir. But I think we should all raise our voices and speak about what is right in the world. We can make that difference. Let me know what you think. Make sure you check out my Patreon for more videos, link down below. Thanks for this lovely comment right here. Love you. Bye.